You need to be your biggest fan and root for yourself along the way, and this is how. Have you ever had the experience of wondering what people see in you? Sometimes you ask yourself, who are these people seeing? When you look in the mirror, you don't see that person that they see. The universe is sending you a message about your self-image, about your self-worth. We're all filled with trash and junk and self-doubt and self-sabotage of our past life because our minds are negative biased. That means that our minds work like Velcro when it comes to negativity. For example, you may receive 15 beautiful, expensive gifts and receive one gift that came from Family Dollar. And your mind will home in on that one gift, and it will be the one thing that you will remember the most about the whole day. Not the positivity of all the beautiful things that happened, but the negativity of that cheap gift, because we are negative bias. The first step on this journey of finding yourself, your passion, you will have to deal with your inside world, your self-talk, so you will become the person that everyone admires on the outside of you. We all have a need of validation or to be validated, both internally and externally. If we are not allowed to self-validate for our successes because we fear we will be seen as egotistical, big-headed, and we are robbed of the possibility of feeling good about ourselves. I know we're taught, don't blow your own horn. Let someone else do it for you. Well, how is that working for you? Have you heard any horn blowing for you lately by others? When you know who you are because you have done the work, you've dealt with the hurts, the damage, the brokenness, the weeding out of the saboteur within and without, you have gone through the midnight of the soul. You have every right to let others know who you are and what marvelous feats you have and will accomplish. Nelson Mandela said it best. You are a child of God. Playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. So go ahead and find the largest trumpet you can and blow your tune. You deserve it. We humans are inherently envious and jealous. Being happy for someone else's success takes a really big person, a mature personality, and it's not always granted. Therefore, we can never be sure how genuine others are rooting for us. On this new journey that you're beginning, it's important to understand the circle of one. Our brains are able to receive ideas from other realms. If you are awake, you know when this moment happens. Sometimes you may even ask yourself, where did that idea come from? Or where did that thought come from? It came from the other dimension to help you journey to help your journey become an exciting adventure, so that your passion and purpose to help spirit to lift the vibration of the earth and mankind is energized. But remember, you cannot expect others to feel the excitement about your ideal that you do. They're on the outside looking in. Even if you tell them and you draw it on a whiteboard, their interpretation will come from their own experiences and knowledge. So there you have it. It would be nice for others to help you with your passion or your purpose, but they just won't have the passion because it's your journey, it's your passion, it's your adventure. Confidence, feeling of self-assurance raising from one's own abilities and qualities. Confidence does not start out looking like confidence. Most of the time, if we're honest, it looks like fear and trepidation. You get this idea from the universe that changes your life from the time it's dropped into your spirit, but you don't know how to bring it into this dimension because you've never done it before, and you don't know anyone who is doing it to ask for advice. So you begin your journey Googling information. You run across more information on YouTube. You run into someone who just so happens to know someone who's doing something similar. All of these experiences are to remove the weeds of doubt and fear and to cultivate in your mind the seeds of knowledge, which in turn gives you the confidence that you need. This process is called synchronicity. That spirit way of helping point you in the right direction. So if you think that you have to have confidence first, wrong. Just get started. And confidence is the reward from spirit for being brave enough to take the first step. Visualize yourself as that confident person. Begin to work on how you look and how you act, on how you walk and talk, your posture and your gesture. Imagine it, visualize it, and then start acting it. Fake it till you make it. I know it sounds deceptive, but you're only deceiving your loud inner critic, that saboteur who lives within you, who tries to hold you back. What you think about, you bring about. The new journey to the becoming your biggest fan, it begins in the spirit of your mind. You have no problems rooting for other people's success, but somewhere inside of you, you don't believe you deserve it. You can see other people being successful and wealthy, but you can't see it for yourself. Well, it's time to get some new glasses. I saw a commercial the other day where the guy says, I need special glasses for my special eyes. Begin to see yourself in a new way with special eyes. Eyes that no longer see others as being smarter or better or more deserving. Let me help you out with these lyrics by the band, the Brand New Heavies. They're a singing group. It says, you are the universe and there ain't nothing you can't do. If you conceive it, you can achieve it. That's why I believe in you. Yes, I do. You need a positive bias. And remember, most of us were domesticated by parents, teachers, preachers, candlestick makers to be negative bias in our conditioning. You don't think that you're worthy. You don't think that you're enough. You don't think that you deserve others' attention, time, or energy. You don't ask for help. You don't ask for attention. You suffer silently and sulk in the corner. You need to think about yourself as someone who is unstoppable, someone who can accomplish anything that they want. You need to turn this thing around. You need to think about yourself as someone who is very important. Start each morning with just 5 minutes as a pep talk. When you look at yourself with admiration and congratulate yourself for every single thing that you did the day before and everything that you're going to do. You need to be thankful for you. Being thankful for you is the single best thing you can do for yourself. It shifts your perspective. It anchors you in the present and it focuses you on what you have and not on what you lack. Being thankful for your present situation helps keep your mind from wandering down the lane of I don't have. If you do any kind of regular gratitude practice, then you are doing yourself a great service every day. Take it up a notch. Increase your positive self-bias. Express your gratitude for your own qualities. Be grateful for how great you are, how patient you are, how persistent you are, how knowledgeable, clever, organized, precise, down to earth you are. You have no problem beating yourself up on those days when you make mistakes, whether they're publicly or privately. So flip the script and put just as much time and energy into praising yourself. If not more, show yourself more gratitude. You need to notice and celebrate your own successes. You need to learn to take a compliment. Before you get to be your own biggest fan, let others be it for you. Let them compliment you. Let them tell you how great you are. Let them believe in you even if you don't believe in yourself at the time. No need to instill doubt in them about your abilities. They find you extraordinary. No need to question their judgment. No need to reject their appreciation. Remember, there's a saboteur who lurks within you to snatch defeat out of the jaws of victory, to demean you and to belittle your accomplishments. Spirits want you to celebrate the higher you, not the small negative bias you. Never lie and say, oh, it was nothing. That's an insult to your own soul. Spirit, and to Spirit who's continually blowing inspiration into you and to your ancestors. Learn to take a compliment. It's really not hard. It's just 2 words, thank you, and smile. No one is going to give it to you. I found it amazing when established organizations or people with nonprofits would receive millions from Oprah, Bill Gates, or whoever. They didn't seem to really need it from outward appearance. That is what I would say to myself at the time. I had a small private school that catered to at-risk urban children with learning disabilities. I would say it's the upstarts who really needed the help, because at that time we were existing on the grace of God and on tuition if the parents chose to pay it. But as my school grew and as we became, I realized that people who have resources to share their extra wealth are only interested in organizations that have weathered the storm and survived. No one with good sense is going to give millions to a nonprofit that just started this morning, because those millions will be gone by that evening. The world isn't going to deliver your dream on a platter. If you sit around waiting for that promotion, that new opportunity, even to get into shape, it's not going to happen. You have to go out and get it, and you have to do the work. Showcase your accomplishments. Silently working doesn't produce silent success. Rather, it produces obscurity. You like to believe that if you work hard, you will be rewarded. However, the caveat to this statement is that others must be aware of your accomplishments. You must take the step to recognize your work. It's not bragging, it's showcasing. In the end, it's all about you. Ultimately, your life is about you. This is not a selfish thought or an arrogant one. Rather, it means that in this world, you're only competing against yourself, and you set the standards and you determine the results. Plans. I think all of us at some time or another have flown by the seat of our pants. Simply put, we start a project, business, a marriage, we even adopt a plant with no real plan. Now, we had a plan, but it was not a long-term plan. We were running on emotions, adrenaline, and of course, warm, fuzzy feelings. Well, most of us, and as we know, these type of plans or these type of commitments don't last long. Even if the business was successful, we suffer from burnout and exhaustion, and it takes its toll, and we don't care about the money of success, we just want out of it. Remember, on this new journey of fulfilling a higher purpose with this idea or spirit-breathed experience, which is called inspiration, you need a plan. You need a playbook. You need a roadmap. If I stopped by your house and asked you to accompany me to Buck Tussle, Idaho, the first thing you would expect from me is to know the directions on how to get to this exotic destination. It's a wonderful thing to be inspired, to be filled with excitement, to feel the passion come back alive after past dreadful experiences, but realize these are just feelings, and they are primers to get you started, because we all need these feelings to motivate us. Zeal is not enough for the long game. Knowledge is for those who expect to be around the next decade or even century. And this is bread for thought for you. Once you get started, always have an exit date.